Very good morning from Camden Town. Carmen and I are out here with 3D Nick and his amazing DeLorean. We're going to take a look around, see what it's all about. It's on air rise, got obviously the Nike trainers from like the movie and a hoverboard made out of speakers. We're going to check this thing out, it's amazing, so I hope you enjoy the video. So Nick, thank you again for joining us with one of your latest builds. Tell us a bit about this car. First and foremost, where you got it from and why the DeLorean as well?
Yeah, so I got this through an importer in 2018. It came over from Texas. The guy had it for a while and then he sold it on to me. The bodywork was in not amazing condition. It had been in what they think has been in a hailstorm in Texas.
Wow.
And we were going to go and get a couple of the dents taken out and get the body rebrushed. With the stainless steel, you have to use a kind of a flappy wheel sandpaper disc, like the polar opposite to what you would do with paint. But to do that, you would run it down in a line like this to create this grain that's going along. Now, if you have a dent in there, when you go over the flappy wheel, it won't get in the bottom of the dent. So you end up having a completely different finish and a dent that stands out a lot more than you would before. So the guy who was doing it, a guy called Chris, he said that if we're going to do it, you've got to be committed because it looks like there's quite a few dents on here.
Right.
And he suspects it was in a hailstorm because they were all kind of the same sort of size, evenly spread all over the car. And there were some other quite big ones as well, but there was a majority of these evenly spread ones. And I was like, okay, let's do this, let's get it done. And he counted 252 dents that he had to take
252?
out. 252.
Oh my God.
He essentially took each of the panels off and then bang the dents out, and then you sort of rasp and then sand it flat. So it's like the complete opposite to
how long
bodywork. You can't use filler on this, can you? So
no, but how long did that take the guy? It must have taken ages.
Weeks. Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, weeks. He did a very good deal on it, but I mean the results are incredible. Like
it does look incredible. Yeah, it really does. And obviously it's been lowered on. What are the size wheels and what are they?
So the wheels are designed. So I did a CAD design of the original wheels, then convert them to splits. I didn't want to convert the originals into splits because they're quite valuable as they are anyway. So I wanted to make the new, and I wanted to modernise them a little bit as well. So I created a 3D model and sent it to Rad48, who are a German wheel manufacturer. They only do custom wheels, and I sent them my design, and they said these are going to break. So they took it and redesigned it from from scratch, but with the original design in mind.
That's awesome.
And it looks really good. It's even got the little sort of kink in it like the original one does.
They look amazing.
16s on the front and 17s on the rear, 10.5 on the rear, 8.5 on the front, I think. But yeah, all custom done. They're the only ones in the world of this type. But yeah, what I really wanted to do was keep the originality of the car. I didn't want to make it something that it wasn't. I wanted to enhance what it was, because the whole fun of the DeLorean is the DeLorean. It's not, if you're modifying other cars, you get a Mark IV Golf. You want to make it not a Mark IV Golf. Yeah. Whereas this, you want to make it more of what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And obviously it's on air ride. And what setup have you got?
Yeah. So the air ride was done by Intermotive. We had to work out how to do it because the shocks here are very, very short. Right. So to actually make them work, Jonathan from Intermotive had to do quite a bit of research and find the right shock that would fit, be the right length and the right compression as well. Sure. And we found the only ones that were going to work were from a Morgan three-wheeler. So they use a Morgan three-wheeler front shocks with stealth bags on the outside. The rear ones I think are just a bit more standard, but the front ones were, quite a piece of art to actually actually put together. It's managed by I never know how to pronounce it. It's either Control or KNTRL, which is a company that I actually work with my business. This is the KNTRL air management system, and as a company I actually work with these guys because I produce plastic objects by 3D printers for batch production. So the casing, I actually made this myself before, sold it to them, and then I bought it back off them to have their kit so I could support them in return. That's cool.
While I'm here, obviously there's some interesting items on your seat. Yeah. Could you bring out the skateboard or whichever one you want first?
Shoes, these aren't legit, don't worry, they're about 60 quid. Okay. They are the Back to the Future trainers.
Very cool.
Yeah, they light up with their LEDs as well, but unfortunately you're not going to see it in this light. It's
no.
way too bright.
Absolutely.
And this is another hoverboard. This is another fancy dress item. This I made into a boombox by 3D printing these mounts, putting speakers in, and then inside is a Bluetooth amplifier. So if I hadn't broken the charger before, I would be able to show you how it works. But,
that's okay.
But yeah, I'll be fixing that pretty soon.
That's wicked. Kenwood speakers as well. Got to have them. Old school speakers.
Yeah, old school. Yeah. Every Fiesta Mark III had them in the back with 6x9s on the side.
That's so true. And then obviously going to the back. Obviously, engine-wise, is pretty much original.
Well, the engine it's only got 6,000 miles. I bought it at 5,000 miles from new.
Really?
So, yeah, look at the odometer. It's
that's amazing.
Actually, you can look at the underside of it. That's what really shows how clean it is. Like a museum condition.
That's incredible.
It's immaculate. And I don't drive it very much because of that. But I'm not someone who won't drive a car to keep the miles down. I don't drive it because the aircon is crap. It's so hot in it.
Yeah, today's a hot day. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. The most exciting thing about it is that people who don't like cars like this car.
True.
And you will drive down the street and there will be whole families will turn around and look at it. Whereas if you drive you got a show car, and most of the guys on the scene have got amazing cars, but it will only appeal to a certain person, whereas this one sort of appeals to everyone.
It's true, isn't it?
Get smiles from people in their 60s, I know a couple in their 60s walking down the street and be like, oh, it's a DeLorean. That's what it's all about.
It's true. It's like today, there's people all around us right now who are literally just snapping away from all ages, just like you say. They're like really curious of this whole car. I mean, that's amazing. And obviously, I know we've been discussing about some little things like a smoke machine. You're adding a few of the bits.
Yeah, the next mods have been a very, very long, slow process because lack of time, and I keep copying it up as well. But I've got a remote smoke machine that's going to be set going from your key fob. That's going to be mounted in the engine bay on the side. I'm going to have to 3D print a case around it because the case it came in is way too big. then it will be ducted out through the car underneath and come out the sides and back and front. And I'm going to try and keep the smoke as far away from the car as possible because it leaves this oily, gooey residue, which I don't really fancy cleaning all the time.
No.
And then that will be combined with the hologram turbo fans, which I've already made the rears, and they sit really nicely and flush to the inside here. And it's essentially it's a rotor that spins very quickly with LEDs on it, which light up according to where they are on the rotation. And this then you can get these really cool animations going on there, and you can program any animation you want. You can download a YouTube video and stick it on your wheel if you wanted to.
That's insane.
It's totally wicked. I can't do it whilst I'm driving, unfortunately, but
no.
Statically it will look awesome.
That's wicked.
Okay, I'm working on the front one at the moment. The rear one fits in so nicely, but when you go to the front, because they haven't got as much dish and they're an inch smaller, it sticks out a little bit. And I've been trying to redesign the case that it goes onto so I can get it flush, but I'm probably going to have to bite the bullet and let it stick out a little bit in the end. But once they're both sort of twinned, and put the same animation on each one, with the smoke machine as well, it'll look wicked. I think I'm the only person who's ever made hologram turbo fans.
I've never seen them before, so I think you definitely will be.
I'm sure someone else must have done, but I've never seen any.
Well, it's nice to see the
and then there'll be some neon-y lights that will go with it underneath, which will be in time with music, hopefully. And then the other one is the remote doors, so I can press a button and the doors pop open by themselves.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's quite a common one on the DeLoreans. It's something I really want to do. It just looks wicked.
That's cool, man. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us in this very hot, sunny day in Camden.
No worries, no worries.
I think what we'll do, we'll head over that bridge, do a few more shots of it rolling through the town, and then we're pretty much done, mate. Awesome.
Cool.